was playing Skillet at the time, so I don't think it warranted an alignment change. It
How
was
many
more
games have
like,
you played Skillet in?
oh, that was the only other one I got too. That one ended real quick.
His day will come again.
Welcome to Snafu, episode 69, as always.
Ye-
Last time, you had a mysterious guest just kind of appear out of nowhere in the middle of your meeting with Gary.
Hello.
Yes, hello, measurements. And you met your new boss, Anton, who was a bit strange, didn't seem quite all there, and asked you to fight him in order to prove your strength, prove your determination, all that. He didn't appear to be that strong, but he's very confident in his own abilities, and he ended the fight at your suggestion before things went too far. After a brief rest, you guys reconvened. He told you what he wanted you to do. You're to be international janitors, so to speak, cleaning up the remnants of the war that are still going on. People that think the war isn't over yet, or people who think they should continue the war on their own, or that they're not satisfied with the ending of the war. Yeah, and so your first task is to steal an airship from the local dock. And you realize you don't have a pilot, so you went and found Stefan, the member who was supposed to join you on that day, and did not. Stefan is a member of House Therendar. He is dragon-marked, and as such, he can pilot an airship. You found him drunk, passed out in a pile of wine. A pile, yes, not a puddle. There were piles of bottles nearby, so I guess that fits. And you guys talked him into joining you with some violence, and yeah, you now have an airship pilot. Well, completely inexperienced airship pilot, but he possesses the magical capability to do so. And so, we agreed you returned to the Devilish Raven Inn in order to rest for the evening, and you would reconvene the next day. It is now that next day. What will you all do?
Did I get to get appropriate armor between sessions?
Sure. I'd allow that. You can exchange gold and armor, etc.
Great. I'm just going to trade that out then. Thank you.
I have brought my donkey with me. I've tied him up outside. He seemed like he'd be useful.
Does your donkey have a name?
Yes, his name is Skeeter.
Perfect.
Because he wraps his tongue up into kind of a cylinder when he drinks water. He reminds me of Skeeters. So
Why does everyone have a donkey?
Because they're like 8 gold and they're a pet that will moderately obey you from the beginning. And they carry a lot of
Do I
stuff.
have a donkey?
You
We're
could
gonna have a whole
donkey.
donkey caravan.
Damn.
Why don't you have a donkey?
Good question. Should get a donkey.
I should get a donkey.
Steph is quiet. I'll turn you up on my end.
Quiet on my end also.
Oh, sorry.
How many miles are you from your mic?
3.5.
Oh, that would do it.
That's fair.
That's a pretty good mic, then.
Dang. The fact that you're answering so quickly means you're like free-firing those.
Is this Squid's true abilities?
That's all I can
Recognition.
turn my end up, so.
For the love of God, turn up your mic.
Can't.
Because I have you on max and it's not helping.
You're supposed to turn it up.
In
Could
your
Try
computer app,
shouting
or like
Well, it's not
in
in Discord
this.
settings.
Max is fine enough on my end. I don't know about you. I just turned everyone else down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just turn you all the way up.
Yeah, you sound fine to me on max.
All right,
Just
we'll go
don't
with that.
back up a further inch.
Okay.
We'll be good to go.
Oh God, I've turned everyone else up to max at some point.
Well, you all awake, and it is heavily raining outside, unfortunately, today. And it's a bit chilly for the time of year, unfortunately. It would be spring this time of year, but it's, you know, high 30s, unfortunately. Heavily raining. Not a nice day.
This is the perfect weather.
It's okay, I know what rain is.
So that's... I'm
Um,
not sure I believe that, but that's good.
What would you think if you didn't know what rain is? I guess, to be fair, you do know what rain is, so we don't necessarily have to answer that question, but...
The sky fell down.
Just little bits at a time.
Yeah. The sky's crying. Slowly melting.
A really fast bird is spitting at you repeatedly.
That seems the most logical, honestly.
So
Your
Chug is
mom
going
belly
to
flopped into the ocean.
Chug is going to burst through the door of the Bloody Raven, his nose and his hat dripping onto the floor. He is regretful of the mess he's making, but he kind of waddles over to the fire and sits down. Who else is here by now?
Did you say the Bloody Raven?
Is that the place we're at?
The Devilish Raven.
Devils are. Oh, I went into the wrong. I went to the Bloody Raven first, and then I looked around, realized nobody was there, and I left, and then came back.
Alright.
It wasn't open at the time, but I thought we were just meeting early.
Fortunately, it's right next door.
So,
They
Chug,
sell ravens.
Chug is by the fire. Where's everyone else?
Passy is also there, I guess.
I'll be sitting at one of the tables up in the top right corner.
What time is it? Morning?
It is 7 a.m.
I'll be getting my drink on.
That's drinking
Okay.
hours.
at the bar.
So, we are coming up with a plan today, right?
I thought we had our plan. I yell across the bar.
Fortunately, the bar is pretty empty at this point. There's a few stragglers here and there coming in for the morning, eating breakfast before they head out to work, but it's mostly just you guys here at the moment.
Bar food for breakfast.
Indeed.
Such is life in Throneport.
Ooh, there's food here too.
There's a bar near where I live at home that does breakfast occasionally.
Well, this is a bar and inn, so you'd assume.
That's
This is where you guys are staying, after all.
You bunch of pores.
Why? Where are you staying?
I'm staying at my fancy room at the Bright Raven. It's just a pigeon.
No one told the owners that.
So, our friend is not here. Stefan.
I think we brought him with us.
I couldn't remember if we left
He
him.
said-
in the place.
He said he would meet you guys later because he needed to clean himself up and stuff like that because he was
Yeah.
coated in wine.
We should go find him.
Perhaps all came out of his bed again.
I think he's smart enough. I think he'll show up.
Really?
Maybe.
While we're at it, or ish being waiting, that is, we should probably figure out our plan for actually taking control of the ship.
That's Stefan's problem, isn't it?
No, he's going to pilot it. We need to actually take control.
What's the difference between piloting and taking control?
You've heard of a mutiny?
Oh, you mean taking possession of it?
Yes.
Hmm.
I could make another writ, but I doubt it would go over any better.
What if we
Not a
just
lot.
buy it?
Can't do that, Passy. We've been over that.
With how much money? If it's legal at all, or possible.
If we were able to, we would have been given the amount of money to buy it. We
I
probably
don't
wouldn't
know.
have been asked at all to do anything.
I
Maybe.
think he just wants us to do crime.
I suppose that's possible.
I want to go steal something from the bar while Chunk's out there. I forgot his name.
Gary,
Gary. Yeah,
you can
That's
certainly
close.
try.
I'm not gonna. Too busy discussing plans and drinking.
Should we do it while it's raining? Will that make it easier to slip through whatever undetected?
I think it would, yeah.
Does the rain help the sky boat?
I have no idea whatsoever.
How much
Hmm.
do we know about skyboat mechanics?
Well, would any of you have served in the war as part of your backstory?
Yes.
So
No.
they're recently invented within the last 2 decades, roughly. About 10 years before the end of the war. Again, roughly. And that's when they started seeing service, first in the war, before they were started to be used as transportation. So those of you with military backgrounds would have at least seen them before, perhaps flying over battlefields if you haven't necessarily ridden on one yourself. But it's hard to miss the glowing ring of fire around the outside of them, and that's the first question people ask is, how do they fly? What is that? And yeah, it's House Lorendar magic and bound elementals and such. That's all you really know. But you would have seen them. Eric knows more than that.
Ye ol' Hindenburg.
Ooh, yeah.
Did you
Alright.
say
Very
bound
much.
elementals?
Bound elementals, yes.
So they run on
That's the
slavery.
rumor.
They run on
This,
slavery.
this entire
Sure
world
do.
runs on slavery.
It's like Duncan.
Basically, yes. Whichever incarnation of him we're talking about, yes. I'm pretty convinced that airships actually just run on basic mechanics, purely because I have a knowledge of basic mechanics.
Makes sense.
And so I assume that we will use basic mechanics to get it into the air, and that we'll just need Stefan to vaguely point it in the right direction. I assume he's gonna magnetically click in, and that's gonna just unlock the engine or something.
You just
Are you
slide them
saying
into
this
a
out
slot.
loud?
He's gonna sit in a chair and take psychic damage constantly to make it fly? Is that how it's gonna work?
Yes, that. Like
That's
how all
brilliant.
ships work.
Yes.
Is this not how boats go?
It's just an airboat.
Yeah.
I don't know how to row up.
I
you'll
don't
learn.
know what I'm doing.
So how many people are on the ship that we have to take it from?
You don't know?
We should probably go investigate that.
Oh, you might need to hire a crew.
Well, I'm
Ooh,
asking the guy who looks like he knows what he's talking about.
Who are you referring to?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh. DM, how well do I know what I am doing?
Well, I'll assume from your military background you've seen them before, but you've not ridden on one. So you assume they have some
Sort
kind
of
of
the
crew
same
like any
thing.
ship would, but you're not really sure how many.
All right. I'm not exactly sure how many men there would be, but I've always assumed that there would be at least some kind of a crew to keep those machines flying.
Do you think they're armed? Or have some sort of
Almost certainly.
security contingent?
Well, when I was in the war, everybody was armed.
That is possibly the dumbest statement.
Hey, it's not untrue.
It's
Chug
not.
thinks that makes perfect sense. After all, it's something we're going to use to cause lots of damage and destruction and crime throughout the world, so it is
We're just
probably
gonna
manned
enable
by
the damage
people.
and destruction.
Yes. We're going to do a little bit of all kinds of things. It makes sense that the people who have it now are likewise capable of doing random acts of violent destruction and mayhem, in Chug's mind.
I'm just wondering if once it's up in the air, how hard would it be to just kind of toss them overboard?
They probably have safety harnesses. Seems like something I would wear if I was in the sky. I've seen people clean the outsides of buildings with them. Seems like a basic piece of equipment.
What if we just say we're the new crew and tell them all to go home?
But that would be a lie, Passy.
All I've seen you do is lie.
But you haven't. I'm kind of aghast that you would suggest such a thing.
All I do is lie,
It-
lie, lie, lie.
I think less people would explode against the ground if they got off voluntarily.
But then they'd come back for us, and they'd know exactly who we were and what they were looking for. I think the
Who-
less they know who we are when we take it, the better.
If we toss them overboard, there's no witnesses.
I will be perfectly honest with you, Squid. I'm a little averse to murdering people just trying to do their job when they haven't done anything.
Wouldn't
to me
literally
or
everyone
look
that saw
stupid.
a boat just go up into the sky be a witness?
We're not killing the entire port. For one, we
I-
have not the firepower. And
That
for
should
two, I
not be
just
number
don't
one.
want to do it.
The people seeing us leave won't know what happened after we left.
There's a strong chance that if there's a crew already on the boat, they'll just do whatever we say, because if we've taken over the boat, they're more loyal there than to any particular leadership.
So long as we continue to pay them.
Exactly.
You know, assuming they're not allegiant to their house, I assume they all have the dragon mark as Stefan does. Granted, he doesn't seem very loyal to his house, so maybe it's just kind of a very valid stereotype.
Well, he's
Although
about to
if-
steal a ship from a member of his own house, so
This is why we should make invoices and get reimbursed.
And y'all say I'm the boring one?
Paperwork is fun, and I will hear nothing else.
Literally scolded last time I brought up that idea. No paper trail. That must have made Joe very sad. No paper trail. Just
Paper trail is such a bad idea. I say in character.
What if we made the paper trail out to someone else, someone we don't like? A certain doorman, perhaps.
that guy was a butt.
I'm gonna get him. Someday.
Wouldn't that be an organ trail?
A what?
An organ trail. We made it out of him. So the plan for actually stealing the ship.
Yes, I suggest explosions in a different part of the city to draw away the whoever's.
if there's an explosion in the other part of the city, do you think the crew of the ship is going to go investigate?
No, probably not, but all the witnesses will. We will manage the crew separately, I imagine. I don't know that we... maybe we could give the crew a lot of alcohol. I think Stefan could give us some recommendations in that direction.
I think we should go say hi.
I like Chug's idea. We'll blow something up, get everybody drunk, and see what happens.
We'll disguise ourselves as prostitutes.
I like how you think.
We don't know who we're talking to, about what, why we're doing it, or how many there are. We should go see.
That is a good idea.
We can just want to see the cool sky boat.
Passy, how about you go and say hi and come back and tell us what you saw?
We'll
Okay.
remember Passy. We should have Garfield go. He's
Bye.
very sneaky. I don't even know if he's in here right now. And he's sitting right over there.
Passy left.
Oh, Passy is sneakier than I thought.
Roll a stealth check, Bazzy.
Cassie is in a trash can this time.
Just
Let's see.
Is Passy's armor regularly a trash can?
okay, yeah. Chug definitely did
Well,
not
in
see
our
Passy
other
as-
game, she was plate mail, and this one she's Dex.
So she's just wearing like a t-shirt with plate mail printed on it?
Nah, she's got studded leather.
So is everyone following Passy then?
No, I suggested that she just go and say hi and tell us what she saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I assume is happening.
So you guys are staying behind then. Fair enough.
Waiting
She's
for
very
Stefan.
non-threatening by
About-
herself.
how we could bluff our way through, or violence our way through, or some other option that's too
You
hard to
picked the
imagine.
wrong person to leave to their own devices.
All right.
I'm gonna start designing
So-
a sailor's outfit while Passy's gone.
So we can all see the map here. Passy is completely new here and has no idea where she's going. So,
I ask the first person I see immediately for directions.
okay.
It's gonna be the lamest player death ever.
So how do you ask them specifically? Where the port is or where the airship is?
Do you know where the skyboat is?
Skyboat. All right. You do see a halfling immediately upon exiting. It looks like they were about to head into the Devilish Raven. The skyboat. What? No. I don't even know what that is.
That's weird. It's like a boat, but for the sky.
Talking about an airship?
Yeah.
Oh. There's no airship dock here. You
Is there
from
a
around
regular
here?
dock?
Yes, this is a port town. You want to head south for a good ways, just follow that street over there, and then when you come to the main circle, take a left.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He goes into the Devilish Raven. So the rest of you just see a halfling looking very confused, just try to like wipe the confusion off his face as he enters and sits down at the table.
Is this Stefan in disguise?
5 times. And witnesses.
Roll a investigation check, Chuck. Hard to read. If it is Stefan, he's got a pretty tricky disguise on.
If I am a drunk.
Okay. That'll be 4 copper pieces.
I'm gonna sit down on the other side of them.
He looks even more confused now that people are just buying him drinks and sitting down next to him. Yes, can I help you two?
This guy's day is just gonna get worse and worse.
But I'm glad to see that you showed up after the events of last night. Are you feeling better?
I was at home with my family. What are you?
It was crochet club last night.
Yes, very convincing. I think you have a lot to teach me. I was not expecting this level of subtlety and discreetness from you, Stefan. I nod and go back to the fire.
He looks at Gary and Gary just shrugs. He's like, they're all right. They're all right.
Not in the head, but in general.
Well, thank you for the drink. You are...
I'm Squid. Wink.
I'm Paul. Nice to meet you.
Take his hand extremely vigorously. Him another drink, not because he's done with his, but because I'm done with mine.
Okay, 4 more copper.
8.
He just kind of sits there awkwardly, sipping his drink, not making conversation, not even looking at you.
Just
I
keep
mean-
buying him drinks faster than he can drink them.
This
With
guy
any
might have
luck,
been
he'll be
home
one of the
with
crew.
family, but like, he did get up to go drinking at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we're done with him, he will believe something crazy happened last night. Time to roll for gaslighting.
We're in the right city for it.
Oh yeah.
All right, if we're done at the Devilish Raven, then. Passy, you walk down these streets, and you haven't seen most of them before. You walked over into this rough area previously to the House the Randar dorms, so to speak. And as you head down this way, you eventually come by the Port District, and the buildings on this side are a bit more a bit more rough and dirty, and you can tell this is where most of the crime is concentrated, just with, I'll say, passive insight because of your higher wisdom. This is definitely the dirtiest part of town, is the Breelish zone. The Thrain zone is a bit cleaner, but it's definitely, I mean, I don't know if passing in a previous life has been to many cities before, but this looks like more traditional. And as you come to the Port District, it is, again, dirty, just as dirty as the Breelish zone. But you are able to recognize that by the directions. You got down to the circle, you took a left, and you begin to smell the sea stronger and stronger as you approach. And then in the distance, see several different piers sticking out into the water, and many galleons at them. All of them are elemental galleons. Well, roughly half of them are elemental galleons. You see some with sails and some that don't have any sails at all, and instead have rings of flowing water that come up out of the sea and just seem to circle back down in a perfect arc around the boat. That are surprisingly more still in the water than the boats with sails, as if they're being stabilized in some way. On the back of one of these more magic-y boats is a tiny boat. This is less of a galleon for cruise purposes, and it's more speedboat sized. It looks like it could hold a handful of people, and it does have around it a ring of fire of some kind. And this is just kind of on the back of one of the larger boats. You see crew members on the backs of the larger galleons, but roll me a perception check. Yeah, without getting closer, you can't really see much else about the small ship that is on the back of another ship, except that it's there. You know its location.
I'm gonna go up to it, because that's exactly how Skyboat was described. Like, I'm gonna go visit the boat on a boat, and even just try walking up onto the original boat holding the other boat.
Okay. As you approach it,
Go
a bunch of
along.
people give you funny looks, not recognizing you, and as you attempt to walk up the gangplank onto this boat, some crew members stop you. A rough-looking dwarf with a bandana wrapped around his head and suited up in a bit of leather armor stops you. Yes, can I help you? This is... Are you lost?
Always. That boat's on fire.
It's supposed to be. Yes.
That's neat. What's it do?
Well, if we can get a pilot for it, it'll fly. But we're here to deliver it.
I know a pilot.
With respect, we're here to deliver it to someone very rich, a client who's accepting this into his personal collection.
Oh, who?
He starts to look a bit more guarded. Not sure if I should be giving out that information. He starts to kind of look you up and down and see if you're anyone nefarious.
The most, like, naive and confused looking person
Yep.
who's ever lived. It's like, I don't think you can, like, have a boat that's on fire and keep it a secret.
Well, it's not
They
supposed to
should
be...
put a blanket over it.
Oh. You're asking a lot of questions here.
That's because it's neat.
He's not moving out of the way on the gangplank.
That's okay. Does it look like these guys work on the boat or the other boat?
Roll me an insight check. Looks like they work on the big boat. Especially by what he mentioned earlier about how you get the feeling that it's not his business, really. You know, he's just here to deliver it.
Does it only need one person to fly it?
That's a bit above my pay grade. I'm
Oh.
just delivering cargo.
Did you not see inside it?
Well, I mean, we helped load it.
Because,
I've never
you
seen
have
it
this
operate.
boat,
No.
and that's a whole different boat. And I thought you might, also be able to
Well,
boat that one.
both are created by House Lorendar. Yes, this is a House Lorendar vessel. But I just work here, lady.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and go, I think you could fly the fireboat if you tried really hard and believed in yourself.
Roll persuasion.
Whoops. There we go.
Well, I can tell you don't know much about these boats by that, but I appreciate the encouragement. I do not possess a... You're not from around here, are you?
I don't think so.
I am, I'm not a
But
half...
you know stuff, and you know how to do the boat stuff,
You know what dwarves are, yes?
I guess.
You know what elves are?
Uh-huh.
I'm not one of them, so I can't do this thing. I'm just the hired muscle.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I didn't help create these things.
So, you can still learn. Don't let what you were born as hold you back.
I appreciate that, but I don't think it works that way.
How does it work?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but I know only those half-elves can do it. The ones with the fancy tattoo things. Well,
You can
for
get a
Best
tattoo.
Arendar. You know what I'm referring to, the dragon marks. Come on, you've got to know about those.
I saw one time.
One time. Wow. Really aren't from around here. Are you even from Corvair?
I don't know what that is.
Where are you from?
Corvair?
I don't know.
Oh my. How did someone who doesn't know where they are end up in Throneport? This is not a place to be if you don't know where you are. I'm starting to feel concerned for you.
That's okay. You're a good person. I'll pat him on the shoulder and go, I'm gonna go home now.
He looks... He's got a similar expression to what Paul had earlier. He's just kind of like befuddled and kind of stares off in the distance for a second as you leave, wondering what that encounter was about before he returns to work.
Did it look like there was anyone on the airship?
Roll a perception check.
And imagine if you'd been picking his pockets.
So we'll say during that conversation, you threw some glances over there when he wasn't looking, trying to inspect it a little bit, and it looked pretty still. It was higher than your eye level, so it was hard to see into it or over it, but you didn't see any movement atop. You never saw anybody's head poke up or any kind of... No, it looked pretty empty.
Very dormant.
Very dormant.
No
Besides
one
the
working on
ring
it.
of fire just kind of swirling. And
I'm
it
gonna wave
is...
bye to my new friend.
Once you got closer, you do realize it is kind of lifted pretty high up above the dock so that the ring of fire doesn't touch the... Or above the other boats, the ring of fire doesn't touch the boat at the bottom. Kind of like on stilts. So yeah, your friend just kind of waves back a little bit, kind of like in a... The motion isn't very smooth, as like his brain isn't working quite properly at this social interaction.
I don't feel like anyone in this city is used to someone just kind of being way too nice.
Way too nice and having no knowledge of anything. Like, you don't know what dragon marks are? He tried to make a joke about fancy tattoos, and you're like, well, you can get a tattoo.
Yeah, I don't see why not, new friend. Be all you want to be.
Oh, he
we'll go back
returns
to the
work.
bar.
All right. Would Passy remember the directions back to the bar? How much intelligence does Passy possess here? That's up to you.
Passy has 8 intelligence.
Yeah, I'll just say roll a flat intelligence check then. Just in case. Yeah, you managed back. You're fine.
It's mostly luck.
Yeah, you like, well, I turned left here before, so I'll turn left here again, but you think that like 3 times and it ends up being right. And you work your way back to the Devilish Raven.
It's a wisdom check.
Passy enters the bar.
Passy.
What were you all doing in the meantime? You were having conversations with Paul. He eventually ate his food and left before Passy returned.
Rudely
And now-
leaving 4 beers behind.
Yes.
I'm at least 25% sure that wasn't Stefan. And now I'm thinking I need to go find Stefan and break his other knee.
Yes, you've heard nothing from Stefan. That is true.
I look up at Passy as she walks in because I'm laying here on the rug. And just say, the semen.
For no reason, and it took this long to come to that joke.
Well, you just walked in. I had to share.
That's big stoner energy right there. Someone just walks in the room. Semen. That's it.
I made a new friend. The people at the docks are nice.
That is the exact opposite of what I assumed would happen. So congratulations.
There's nobody on the boat that's on the other boat. There's people on the boat that the boat is on.
Isn't that what we assumed?
Did you figure out if we would need a crew?
They wouldn't let me on the boat.
Yeah, you didn't go on anyway?
I was talking to them.
Alright.
Do we want to scramble on board and take a look for ourselves? If Passy is still alive and not incarcerated, it can't be that hard.
They were nice.
Passy, did anyone follow you back here?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know why they would. They kind of look busy. I think they might live on the boat.
I'm gonna walk over to the door. I'm gonna stand beside the door. I'm gonna hold my sling up. I'm assuming somebody's gonna come through and attack us in like 30 seconds.
So are you holding an action to attack anyone that comes through the door?
Anyone who isn't Stefan and who, that's a really good question. I don't want to murder an innocent person. I'm going to hold an action to non-lethally attack anyone who isn't Stefan and isn't wearing, like, really crappy clothing if they come through the door.
Okay.
I hold an action to lethally attack anybody. Period.
Oh no, I exist.
Oh no.
Who could have seen this coming? I don't do that.
Not yet.
Fair.
It's definitely going to happen one day in the near future.
How long do you stay there, Chug?
30 seconds. At that point, I get bored.
Yeah. During those 30 seconds, thankfully, nobody walks through the door.
Thank goodness.
You guys that remained here, Chug, Garfield, and Squid, have seen several people come and go while Passy was gone. You know, they just either ate a quick meal and left, or maybe got a single drink before heading out. Some people came downstairs from the inn and got ready for the day, things like that. It's pretty empty.
Any of them
again.
seem interested in joining our crew?
You know what? Just roll a. Are you just asking people randomly, or are you checking them out first to see if they
I'm
look
trying
interested?
to actively recruit because I assume we need a large group of seamen.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check. You get a lot of confused looks. People asking. You just offer randomly while they're, still getting ready, not even quite awake, and they're just like, I gotta go off to work. Nobody bites.
Well, I mean, the more I drink, the more the recruitment just was semen.
Is Squid drunk at this point? It's up to you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take money out.
Yeah, but
Chug is
that
becoming
was
mildly
up to
concerned for
you.
you.
what was that, Squid?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to pay for more drinks here.
Let's just call it another, like, I don't know, another silver on top of what you've already spent.
Okay.
Run me a tab.
I drank Paul's too.
There you go.
I go up to Gary at one point, and I like to ask, do you know of a good place to go to that we could potentially recruit a crew for this ship we're going to become the proud owners of?
A crew, huh? Well, I'll be honest, I don't know much about this ship. I just know that Anton requested a group of people, and just based on what he said, I thought he would want a pilot, so I got Stefan, but I could ask around, ping some of my contacts, see if there's someone around, but you sure you need one?
We're just assuming.
How large of a size do you think? How many people?
I'm pretty certain we have
Hundreds.
enough.
That might be difficult.
Hazzy, how big was the boat?
It was not as big as the other boat.
Would it hold a lot of seamen?
It'd be airmen. Because it's a sky boat.
It's seamen.
Squid is very disappointed.
That's
If you don't like reality, just, choose your own.
Choose Skyboat.
Choose seamen.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend Skyboat.
But the 10th, man.
It's paid off by big seamen.
that makes him the 10th Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Seaman's
are you
already
suggesting? Are you suggesting we might not need a crew to pilot?
Well, honestly, I don't know. I assume Anton would have covered that if you needed one. But after, interacting with him more in person, I mean, I've known him for a while, but he's not been in the best mental state lately, I've found. Kind of been strange. It's definitely Anton, but he must have gone through something. He's,
That may be because I hit him in the head several times. I'm sorry for that.
Well, even before that, he's been very uptight and very, forgetful. I don't know. I haven't seen him since he left for the war, so maybe that was part of it.
He was dumb.
That's a less nice way of putting it, yes. So perhaps if you do need one, he didn't handle it, but I kind of hoped you would if you did need one. I don't really know much about these ships, whether they're seaboats or skyboats.
But if
Anton's
we
your
need,
friend who... Sorry, go ahead.
if we need a lot of muscle, I know many lads and some lasses who could offer that. I've been around this place my whole life. I know quite a few people would be very happy to make a day's wages, but perhaps we should look upon it ourselves and get a better idea of how much bigger this other boat is than the boat that we're thinking of.
Indeed. I assume you made contact with Stefan. I haven't heard from him.
Yes.
Well,
Let's go visit again.
I mean,
As a drunk.
I
yes.
doubt yes, that is accurate. But I doubt he has any specific experience with airships, as far as I know. But he is the most, shall we say, flexible of the dragon-marked bearers here in the city that I know of. Mostly because, you can persuade him to do anything with booze. So I figure we could get him on our side, but he may have a lead, he may not, on what you need.
He seemed to really not know what he was talking about last night.
Well,
I
here's
believe I
hoping.
promised to teach him.
When you leave, I will make a toast, and hopefully it's good luck that he won't just immediately crash and burn with all of you. He leaves.
Thank you. I appreciate that more than you can imagine. I'm gonna throw a copper at him.
He's gonna try and catch it. He misses.
Did you throw it to him or at him?
I gently tossed it underhand in his vague direction.
That is 60
Across the
feet.
bar.
60 feet away.
He...
Or, I'll sling throw it.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
That's some life-saving information. Thank you so much. Here's like 2 quarters.
It kind of goes up over his head, pings off the wall here, and then like bounces off this barrel here, then scatters to the floor. And he kind of like looks over the bar and decides it's not worth it to hop over the bar to pick it up. Maybe he'll grab it later.
Yeah, I'm sad. Actually, that would have been at disadvantage. Let's see if I get a critical fail. Nah.
Wow, dice was red.
Pro tip, you can alt for advantage, shift for disadvantage.
Gotcha.
I believe that's the order. Or is it control? These are things I should look up. I had them written down.
Shift does something, but I don't remember what.
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Alt
tooltip
advantage,
over.
control disadvantage, shift is an alternate thing. It's for like versatile weapons, things like that, I believe.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember.
Well, I'm beginning to think that as we are a group of highly intelligent people, we might be able to just pilot this boat on our own.
I fully believe this.
No one
believe it
I've
with
met
every
has
fiber of my
any
body.
idea what's going on.
I mean, bear in mind, their actual intelligences are like 10, 8, shouting squid.
See,
But,
that's part of the thing I don't get here either, is I don't really have much of an idea of what's going on either. Anton brought this job to me out of nowhere. I think the airship just arrived, like a few days ago, in the port. Still hasn't been unloaded. It's all very strange.
Yes, perhaps there's more going on here than we're made aware of.
Yeah.
Maybe we're a bunch of patsies.
He's looking at Passy now. When you arrived there, did they mention anything about why it was there?
They were gonna give it to somebody who... They wouldn't tell me who.
But to somebody, not to some group, not to an organization.
They said it was for somebody's collection.
Ah.
Who owns lots of skyboats?
Well, this is the first skyboat I've heard of in Tarnbort. We don't have an airship dock. But for somebody's collection, I imagine it's one of the more wealthy folk around here. Interesting. I'll look into it.
Yeah, I said he just wanted us to do crimes.
well,
We need a new hideout.
Not good crimes, like for money or anything. Just crimes.
is it still raining?
Yes. It's only been a few hours.
Okay.
It's currently 9 a.m.
I hate to rush all of you, but if we're going to try and assault this ship, we should do it under the cover of rain or darkness, or preferably both.
Yes. Should we go now? Should we grab Stefan, stab some sense into him, and just take it?
I think that's probably the best plan we could have.
I think we should figure out who's getting the boat.
Us.
No, if we didn't take it.
Still
Because
us.
then we know who's mad at us when we do take it.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Who knows if it's us in the first place?
During this conversation, the door opens, and for the first time in a bit, maybe half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, somebody walks through the front door. And it's a Warforged. Which, to describe, especially for Passy, who would not have seen them before, it's essentially an android, a robotic human, a construct with sentience that were constructed within the last century in order to make disposable soldiers. But the ethics of that have been discussed more recently, as they are actually sentient. And since the last war, they've been... they have rights now. That was discussed as part of the treaty.
Yeah, damn right they do.
They are people. So one of them walks to the door, looks around, and he's wearing pretty nice looking armor on top of his normal Warforged protection. And as he looks around and enters and sits down at the table, a few more begin to enter, sit down, take various places in a couple groups. The last one doesn't see Squid there on the bear rug and kind of accidentally kicks you a bit and stumbles over you on the floor.
Hey,
Why are you down on the floor? Why are you?
it's soft. It's a bear.
He's
on the
he's
floor.
standing over you aggressively.
It's a bear, man. It's nice.
Will you not apologize
For what?
for tripping me?
I'm sorry, you're a clumsy asshole.
Was that
he begins?
vicious mockery?
He puts a hand. He puts a hand on a weapon at his side, and some of the other Warforged start to rise from their seats.
Y'all. I think we're just gonna murder some people today.
How many did you say there are?
You glance around the room, and there's one by one they all entered, and now there are 7.
Oh shit, there's more of them.
Gary starts to fiddle with this door.
Hey, man.
I drop
You're
into
cool.
a squat.
Just be cool. And sit down on the rug. It's nice.
He just looks at his metal hands. He's like, "Are you trying to offend me?"
Probably.
Where the hell is
Excuse
my
me,
goddamn
sirs.
suggestion? Can't find it.
That's
We'd
okay.
love to welcome you here. What brings you to the, I'm just gonna say Crimson
Okay.
Dragon?
Still in order.
A spell is being cast. Hold on.
Oh heck.
By
Did
someone
you
who
know
can
that
barely
camera
talk.
is uninjured?
The camera is
Damn.
uninjured. Wait, you guys can see the camera still? Damn it, I thought I fixed that.
It's just in the top left, and every
Oh.
time I mouse over a token, it pops up a big green word saying uninjured above it,
Great.
and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's not supposed to do that. Well, rip.
Oh, yep.
It's supposed to say it above the token's head so that you guys can get an estimate of health. But, oh well.
I don't see that at all. Over anyone.
Weird.
Well, hang on, let me hurt myself and see if it changes to injured.
That does seem like something Passy would do.
Yeah, it says
yeah.
barely
It's
injured
just
over me.
not
and
placing it in the right place on the screen. Rip.
Yep.
Okay, so suggestions being cast before we have nothing else. He'll make a wisdom save.
I will figure out how to use this. I promise.
That is a 22, so he passes.
Oh. It was such a good suggestion, too.
You're trying to mess with my head here. You're casting magic on me.
No.
Hey, does cure magic still work on you if you're metal?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
None of you know anything about us. You won't respect us.
I respect you. That's why I asked.
Who are you?
You're asking a lot of questions. And by a
I'd
lot,
like
I
to get
mean
to know you.
one.
That is a
I
lot of
think
questions.
mine was a fair question.
That was 2 questions.
You keep correcting me, too.
So it was 2 questions? Hey, how many questions did we ask you?
I have another question. Why are you so stupid? You can't even count, man.
Jesus.
Okay, roll for initiative. Well, I guess I will roll for initiative for you, and I will reveal their positions. Here we are.
Oh my.
Oh, there in the middle of the room, you say?
They were
Right next to me?
in a bunch of seats around them. I'll let you move yourself a little bit since you would have known they were there if you wanted to be away from them.
Okay, yeah, I thought they were like at the carpet.
A bunch of them took seats at the start, yeah, and this last one is the one that tripped over Squid.
Sure.
This one here. So
I thought I was backing away from him.
I'll allow that vicious mockery to go through. That guy will take. He needs to make a save, which he passes. So unfortunately, nothing happens. But
I think we can roll
Damn, I'm
initiative
good.
if there's a combat in the game. Because if I click on it, it says there's no active combat encounter.
right, and I will do that. Here we go. Everybody, if I add everybody to the combat, this and this. There we go.
There we go.
I'll roll for everybody else. Here we go. Everybody's rolled.
I'm shiny!
Why did it skip Garfield's turn?
Why are you shiny?
22. Maybe it starts at initiative count 20.
Passy is 21.
Oh, maybe
Oops.
it's racist against roads.
Oh, I accidentally reset everybody's initiative, so that's cool.
You also collapsed all the submenus on my character sheet somehow.
What the fuck?
This
You
is
paid
very
money for
powerful
this?
software.
Well, it's probably
Still
me
better than
messing things
Roll20.
up. To be fair, I also did just update it earlier today. I probably should not have done. Either way, we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. We'll start with Squid.
Ooh, they
Oh,
played annoyed.
Wait, I do get a turn, right?
I had to re-roll initiative, and you ended up at 16.
Oh, no mind.
It's my mistake.
What? How did I roll that low?
I don't know. Oh, you roll
That's
you roll
unbelievable.
at advantage, don't you?
Yeah, it did that though. I rolled an 8 and a 5.
Oh, okay. It worked. That's good. All right. Well, there we go.
Disappointingly low.
So Squid, you are up.
One moment.
This is
please.
not appropriate battle music.
I don't
I don't
hear
hear
anything.
Neither do I.
Well, there's been
Got
music
it.
the whole time.
I haven't heard anything.
Check the music tab and see if you can like
There we go.
turn up the volume.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Now it is there.
Did I do that properly?
What are you casting?
I tried to cast Shatter, then it let me put a thing down on the ground, and then
I think that's
No.
just you targeting it. You probably still have to hit a button to make it go.
I did hit the button, and
Just-
then it gave me the targety thing.
Yeah, then you click and place the target, and it should give you the opportunity to do
There
the
you go.
same.
There we go. They automatically rolled. There we go. Okay. Yep. Now it worked.
Okay.
So one of them saved, two of them failed, and they took damage appropriately.
Hooray!
Anything else, Squid?
No, but I think I did something wrong because I have all of my second level spell slots gone, and there should just be 2 gone.
You probably
Oh,
just
never
didn't
mind.
restore them after the long rest yesterday.
No, I hit long rest and it restored them for me, but I fixed it.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Oh, there's an end turn button.
All right. This one, we'll say all of them, but this guy are surprised at the moment because Squid just randomly acted. So he will skip his turn for now. Garfield, you're up. Everybody but this guy is surprised.
What is this animation?
That means it's your turn.
Also, your
Wow,
magic.
I can tell that happy players play League. All right, so you said it was double right click on something to target it.
Yep.
All right, this guy. Well,
Yep. You're targeting this guy?
heck,
Oh, this one. Who's targeting this one? That's Chuck.
Sorry, that was
Chuck is
me.
targeting that guy. I see you. Everybody's
I
picked
left
such
the thing
similar
on him.
colors. I can't tell you apart. Okay.
Oh, I didn't pick I can pick a color?
I'm orange and everyone else is
I
green.
think
For
you,
me.
you pick a color when you first go in. That's
Oh,
fine.
I've been getting a random color since we started using Foundry.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, and then how do I click to do an attacking?
You just do the attack, like through your normal,
Oh,
yeah, like the inventory.
and I will do this with sharpshooter, everything.
Okay.
Oh, through my inventory. I have to do it on Foundry though.
Yes, if you
I
want it to
see.
be automated. yeah.
Longbow. Alright, so -5 to hit. But I should get advantage because he hasn't moved, or is that just the auto crit?
Both.
It's just the auto crit.
Both.
Both. Dope. Alright. So, Alt, click. Nah, nothing happens. Alt, roll.
Mhm.
Is that at advantage?
it
No,
did
it
the-
only rolled once. Well, we'll roll again just to see if I roll higher, because I did.
Okay. Well, now that it's automated, you hit him twice, so you did double damage. No, the first one missed, so the second one's fine. Okay, you're good.
No, that was a roll at advantage. That was just one attack.
Right, but you clicked to roll twice, so that was considered two separate attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it didn't make the second one be a crit.
Right.
Heck. So I roll, what, another d8?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so that's
And I'll-
10 total piercing damage.
Manually apply that damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
oh, wait, no. Sorry, 20, because I used sharpshooter, so that's a 19 to hit.
19 still hits. Okay. So and then 10 more damage. I'll manually enter
So
that.
what does crit do for you?
Crits deal just extra damage.
double
Because
the dice.
that applies to sneak attack also.
You did not
Oh,
roll sneak
yeah.
attack. Yeah.
Man, what kind of rogue am I? Sneak attack. Roll some of this. Do I roll both times? Two
Yeah.
sneak attacks?
Since you, he's dead. He's dead, Jim.
Take his stuff. And then can I zoop? Can I get through this door and hide?
The door is locked.
Great. I
You
will
shake the door a little bit and it doesn't open.
dive behind this table and hide.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
Skills. This is not helping. Jeez. I'll be a wizard eventually.
Yeah, this is.
Actions.
I should not have updated this morning.
There's a learning curve.
Because I
There's
tested
definitely
this on Thursday and it was fine. Rip.
attributes. I would love to roll stuff. Oh, look at that.
You're very
rolled
hidden.
stealth.
Yes, ducked under the table. All right.
All right, cool. That was smooth. Pass turn.
All right. This guy is surprised on to Passy.
I love the darkest dungeon sound effects.
There are sound effects for you.
I'm not getting any sound whatsoever.
I can hear the music.
You didn't
I'm gonna
get
see
any
if
sound
I
of roll
can
20 either, so I think it's on your end.
Yeah, I'm getting some
Probably.
sound.
I'm gonna try to spare the dying this guy.
Okay.
Oh, Pass is confused.
It does work. You stabilize him.
And then I'll be like, nobody hit anybody else too hard, and I'll make sure everybody lives, okay?
Understood.
Sure, Passy, whatever.
All right.
And
You are the bossu.
All right. This guy's the only one not surprised, so he's gonna attack Squid.
Frankly, I wouldn't expect anything less. I almost attacked Squid last combat. It's just what you do.
I don't know why Steph always makes the most punchable character.
Well, usually they own slaves, so that's like step one.
Hey, man. That was
That's a
once.
start, yeah.
Twice.
Okay, does a 20 hit? Squid.
Fucking.
Oh my god, me.
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Okay. He rotates an arm around, and as he does so, a javelin kind of sticks out of the wrist, and he just stabs you with that. You take 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
And he's going to do it again. He misses the second time, though. Alright, that guy's still surprised. Chug, you're up.
Ooh, I heard that. Can you only hear sounds on your turn?
It's the sound of it becoming your turn.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense.
To wake you up.
That's the only
Yeah,
sound
see,
I've
that
heard.
works well. All right, I'm gonna eyeball that guy right there. I'm gonna whip a rock at him.
Alright.
I don't.
Unfortunately,
Hit
that
him.
misses, yep.
That makes me angry. I'm gonna run up to him. I'm gonna smack him with the sling.
That does hit. He takes some
I'm
damage.
gonna kick him in the robo dick twice.
How many attacks do you get?
For
first
if I
one-
spend a key
Monk
point.
amount.
First one misses, second one does hit. You do kick him in the robo-dick.
All right. How much does my foot hurt?
It was like you forced your key into your foot, and you don't feel much pain, but it is a very solid surface you hit.
All right. I'm not aware of what key is, by the way. I'm just Chug the Thug.
You forced
I
your
practice
willpower.
the martial art of the streets.
Yeah, you forced your thugness into your foot.
Lovely.
All right.
And pass turn.
Okay.
Click enter.
Back to
There.
Squid.
Sorry, my character sheet was covering all the controls. I didn't realize I could do that.
How dare you stab? I stab you.
That's a
I
miss.
figured out how to do it and everything.
I feel like stabbing people is not a great response to stabbing people.
It's a perfect response.
You know
You
what's
have,
not
like-
a great response? Our guy provoked a fight with one guy, and then the rest of you just started killing random people because they look like him.
Our boss told us specifically to especially cause violence toward the Warforged.
That was
That
it,
was
Squid?
a deliberate.
Did you? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you don't know bonus action or anything?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Fair enough.
I've like
Spamming
never
it.
done anything with bonus actions.
Your
Okay.
bonus action as a bard should be spamming bardic inspiration.
Indeed.
Does
I have
Squid
never
have-
barded.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Pick somebody to
What?
inspire, and then describe how you inspire them. If you want, I should say. But it's a
Where
good
is the
thing.
button for that?
You just kind of
just
tell
kinda
a friend
say
to
it.
kick their ass,
Yeah.
and then they get a bonus die to their ass kicking.
Well, then I would tell Chug to kick some ass.
Okay, Chug is now inspired.
Damn key. Also, does Squid have disadvantage on like everything because he's drunk?
Do we have to suggest that?
We'll say at this point it's worn off. It's been a few hours. Squid, if you look at your character sheet, there's a bardic inspiration section near your attributes, and you'll just want to mark one of those off since you used it.
Okay.
I think those come back on short rests,
I
so
believe so. All right. This guy is up, and he's gonna try and thwack you.
Oh, daddy.
That is a natural
That-
20
That will hit.
for a total of 25 for 12 points of damage. He's gonna try again. That is another hit. 9 more points of damage.
Alright. What on earth is going on with my HP?
He just hit
So
twice,
we-
so that was a total of 21 damage. It should have just automatically applied to you, did it?
So I was at 38, I think, because we had our long rest. I'm now down to 5. sure it's
9, 12, 21. Yeah, so you should be at 17. I'll just change that. There you go.
Thank you, I got it. Hopefully, maybe we'll see.
Oh, either way, there you go.
My HP may reset every time I look the other direction.
Chug looks...
That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, Chug looks pretty hurt.
I didn't know he had one of those in there.
This guy is gonna bump down here, and he is going to take a roll at you.
Right.
This guy only gets 1. That's... oh, I didn't mean to hit Chug with that. Burp. He throws his arm.
at me.
Yes. That was meant to go against Squid. Squid does a 21 hit. I assume so.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is 5 points of damage. Garfield. You are a Heidi boy.
I am a Heidi boy. I will shoot one of these Warforged. Which one of the two that are attacking down here? What the heck? I'm trying to do the right clicky thing. But
Looks like you got that guy,
there we
yeah.
go. Yes. I don't know if him or the guy to his left is more hurt looking.
If you hover over them, for whatever reason, the injured words are popping on the top left.
Top left.
but,
Yeah.
One is slightly more red than the
All
other,
right,
so
so
a
the-
little bit more.
Ah, there we go. All right, so I will fire a arrow into that guy. He is within 5 feet of a ally, so I should be able to get sneak attack damage, but not advantage.
You do have advantage because you were hidden.
Because I'm hidden. Right, I did that big thonk. Why did I choose to play a rogue? It's so hard.
It's the rogue special. Hide, sneak attack. Hide, sneak attack.
Yeah, no, I know how to do it. It's just, Jesus, it's hard to figure it out. Oh, wrong character sheet. There we go. Longbow. All right, so I'm just, if I do beyond 20, will it do the everything, or does it have to be the other?
It won't automate it, no. But I can manually apply it if you
I'll-
do it that way. It's fine. I can just.
Nah,
I can
I
write.
like automation.
Okay.
Then why
I
are you
haven't
shooting the
convinced
Warforged?
Because they have souls, they're not automated.
Aren't they?
All right. So advantage, alternate roll maybe.
There you
Is
go.
that-
That's a natural 20. That
Oh,
hurt
well, I
him
guess I don't
pretty
need the
bad, so go ahead
advantage.
and roll crit sneak attack.
All right. Boop boop. What the heck? That's a whole lot of damage.
He's very dead. I mean, he's not outright dead, but he's pretty hurt. An arrow just cracks like into the joint between his neck and his head, and he just slumps to the ground.
Right.
Oh, I forgot to do the sniping thing. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh no,
I will
you
get
didn't
better at
outright
this.
kill him.
Fun fact, the sniping thing does not double when you crit.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's still 10 free damage.
It is.
All right.
Not necessary.
You know what? You're not wrong. I will
wanted to
then.
fight the corpse harder.
I will then dive behind the bar and hide. Sneakfully. This is, I think, probably no problem with doing from the normal thing. That's a 4 + 9.
All right. You just throw yourself against the floor behind the bar, and you feel like you're probably pretty hidden, but you know it's. Unfortunately, you haven't glanced back around to see if anyone was watching you yet.
Mm-hmm. Anyone see that? All right. Bonus action, movement, action. Boom. Oh, I feel so smart.
Fortunately, this guy did see you.
Oh, I don't feel so smart anymore.
He gets 30. Barely can make it there.
I could have gone behind the barrel.
He'll jump up onto the bar and look down at you. And he will. Bonus action, take out his arm blade, and then bam! That's his turn.
Sure as heck does hit me.
Yep, should have taken your health off too.
Looks like it did.
Good.
When you're like, excuse me. And I'm gonna spare the dying this guy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to healing word Ka. Cool.
Chug.
Chug.
All right. So if
Bring
you
in all these magical words.
double right click Chug, it should target him, and then when you cast healing word, it should just heal him.
Ooh, target. Did it do it?
I didn't
My
see a
HPs
cast.
are still 17. Nothing showed up in the chat log for your stuff.
There's Bless.
So it's still taking away the spells when I go to healing word, but it's not rolling it.
Great. Let me see if I can cast it for you.
Are you clicking roll healing word, or are you just clicking healing word?
I'm rolling it. That's why it's taking away a spell slot. And I'm
We're not
clicking
even seeing the
that.
rolls.
Oh.
I need to learn not to update Foundry randomly.
Write it on the chalkboard 50 times.
Yes. I was like, ooh, fancy new updates. Don't. Okay. I'll just roll a d4. What's your wisdom modifier?
A lot. Hang on. 4 plus an extra 3 from life domain.
Okay. So Chug heals 8. You can go ahead and add that to your sheet, Chug.
Thank.
Anything else,
I'm
Patsy?
filled with this sudden urge to speak reasonably to people.
No, that's it, and my end turn button left, so...
Alright, well, here we go. This guy did not see Garfield disappear. Or at least is ignoring him if he did see him. He's gonna do an arm blade. Bap.
That will hit.
So you take the 6 slashing. I believe that should have applied.
Down to 13.
Did you apply it yourself?
Yes.
It should have applied automatically, so you may have taken double damage.
Oh. I think I'm where I
So you were at like 17
I
plus
think you're right.
8, 25.
that'd be 20. So I should be at 19.
Yes, perfect.
Sorry about that.
All good. This one is stabilized. He's fine. This one's still angry at Squid.
I can't imagine why.
And he does get 2. Second one misses, but you take a hit there. He'll pass his turn. This one did not see Garfield either. Unfortunately for Chug. That was
will
not
hit.
supposed to hit Squid. So I forgot to toggle targeting off Squid. So Squid heals by 9. There you go.
Thank you.
Chug coughs up
It's
a little
nice
bit
how
of
this
gnome
is
blood.
going perfectly smooth.
Yes, this is my first time running with this automation. Obviously I need to tweak some things. It is Chug's turn.
Chug takes a deep breath and spins his sling even faster. He's gonna try to slam it into this guy.
He's going all out just this once.
Just this once. Unfortunately, his sensei is in jail.
Hmm.
If I can find the entry. They were right here.
What are you trying to do? Just the sling?
Oh yeah, there we go. It was under inventory.
Yes. That does hit. He takes some damage.
Alright. Then I'm going to kick him in the chest.
That also hits. He takes some damage. That was a good damage
Alright,
roll.
I am... Whoops. That was not what I meant to do. Where is it?
I might have fixed it.
Nice.
Alright, I'm going to flurry of blows.
That does hit.
That was not it.
Oh,
I guess it'd be the
it'll be
I
the
don't-
same.
I didn't have any extra damage factored in, so it's the same as my unarmed strike.
Fair enough.
And
The last one unfortunately misses, and he looks pretty hurt at this point, but he's not quite down.
alright. Because I used an open hand attack as part of my attack action, my AC is +2 until my next turn.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
I'm being all sneaky and fancy. Skinny.
You're
Squid,
pretty sneaky.
you're up.
guy.
You saw a bolt sail into, or an arrow rather, sail into a Warforged in front of you's head. He fell over, Passy healed him, and now it's your turn.
Passy, why would you do this? I'm not 100% clear on how this works.
I believe it, you roll a Bardic Inspiration and add it to your AC? Is that how that one works? I'll double check.
Well, if a weapon attack hits you, you can expand one easier Bardic Inspiration and deal extra damage. When does that happen? When I'm hit?
When you hit them,
You're doing Defensive Flourish. Yes, you deal extra damage to the target based on it, and you add it to your AC.
Well, there it is again.
So
Which
you,
missed
you
the
make
first
a
one.
you make a normal attack roll.
So do I hit that before or after the attack?
you roll the attack, and then you roll Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
And whatever the Bardic Inspiration is bonus damage and armor until next round.
Correct.
It's amazing because you don't have to commit to it before you make your attack. You wait until you actually do the thing, and then you do the thing.
Yes.
I love not committing.
So go ahead and roll a normal weapon attack.
I'm trying to? Oh, there it is. I lost it.
That'll not hit, unfortunately.
Oh.
So you don't expect any Bardic Inspiration because you didn't hit.
Literally nothing I've done has worked yet.
Unfortunate.
I mean, you did cause this, so it's just wrong.
I got tripped over successfully.
Would you like to throw Bardic Inspiration at anyone else as a bonus action?
Yes. And I definitely remember where the button is, so I'll find it quickly.
There's no button, just tell me who you're throwing it at.
At Chug.
Chug already has one.
Did
He hasn't used it yet.
I didn't use it because I'm dumb.
I don't think you can see Garfield from your point
no, I
of
was
view.
gonna ask if
So you could give it to Passy, or you could. I think that's it.
Yeah. For all the
No,
attacks I'll make.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Any other bonus action spells, etc.?
I have almost no idea how bonus actions work, so no.
Okay, fair enough. This guy's turn. He's gotten pretty beat up by Chug at this point, and he does not want to go down, so he's going to disengage and flee. As he gets over here, he spots Garfield lying on the ground there, but he is done with his turn at this point. That guy is unconscious.
So is Chug unconscious?
No, Chug is up,
Because
isn't he?
that's what it says when I mouse over him.
Oh, now I've got 0 HPs.
You had 19, and then you took...
I did.
You should be up. Why'd you take extra damage? Was somebody targeting you with something?
Are you still targeting him by accident?
No.
Did I
Chug is
kill
taking
him
forever.
with Healing Word?
No.
Alright.
Did Squid hit him?
9 damage from that.
I never clicked on him.
Might have just knocked one of the lenses out of my glasses by accident.
Oops.
Actually happens very frequently,
I think
but
you should have 10 HP.
bad timing.
Chug. You had 19 and then you got hit for
Thank
9,
you.
so, yep.
what I want to do
Don't see anything else
is
to do in the log, so.
bonus action disengage, run across the bar, and then shoot the guy who just stabbed me.
Okay.
Which I can do in a second, all on my own, because my glasses are put back together. All right, bonus action, disengage, run along the bar, stick to the wall again because I like walls; they're safe, and shoot this jagweed.
All right, not at advantage because he knows you're there.
Right.
That does hit. He does take a bit of damage.
All right, and I did forget to do sharpshooter again, but that's probably a good thing because I rolled bad. 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'll hop down off the bar. Stay in the same spot, but not be on the bar. That's my turn.
Okay. He's gonna chase after you.
Of course he is.
And bop.
Brep, brep.
Cassie's turn.
I'm gonna walk away from this guy who has no reason to attack me. It doesn't like trigger an absurd attack of opportunity, does it?
No, he's pretty focused on Squid at the moment. He doesn't even notice you.
I want to hear about absurd attacks of opportunity.
For
His chest opens up and
context,
another arm comes out.
For context, Eric's character in another campaign earlier this week took 103 damage, I think, as an opportunity attack.
Yeah,
It was pretty
102.
bad. Yeah, there you go.
He's fine.
Awful. No, he was not fine. He was one shot
He was
and
not outright
had to
killed,
get
though.
pulled out of an animal's mouth. But he's fine now.
Yeah, Ramaraz crits are nasty.
I'm just gonna watch.
Okay, fair enough. Would you like to hold an action?
No.
Fair enough.
This inspires Chuck.
Inaction is violence. I'm just gonna put it out here.
This guy has no reason to stop beating up Chug.
I have no idea why we're fighting. I'm just making sure no one dies.
That hits.
That's his turn.
Oh.
This
There was a
guy
mild
is
disagreement.
conscious. This guy is going to keep attacking Squid. Remember to turn off my target on Chug this time. There we go. 24 to hit. You take a few points of damage. Just 4. Should apply, naturally. That guy gets 2, yes. He's a big boy. That's also a hit. 2 more points.
Okay.
Then this guy is going to keep targeting you, Chug.
Chug
It's
is
a
near
miss.
death.
He's fine. Everything is fine. It's now your turn, Chug.
I'm gonna slap around the guy directly beneath me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good news. I'm unconscious, I guess.
What?
Why?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
You haven't taken any damage.
Exactly. It's okay. I fixed it.
Jesus Christ. What happened to this game with this update?
Continue.
That is
The
2
gods of
hits.
chaos.
Yes.
I'm gonna do 2 more bludgeons to his chest with my foot.
Okay, first one hits, does quite a bit of damage. Second one, he manages to put an arm up and block it just in time. And then catches it in midair.
Alright, and my AC is up to 17 again.
Alright.
Not that it matters, because these guys roll very well.
Do you
They're
don't-
war bots.
That does make sense.
Do you need healing, Chug?
That was the sound of my blood coming out my nose.
Wow.
It's always the nurse.
You just worry about you.
And I forgot to use your inspiration again.
I tried to heal him. Did it work or not?
No. Are you using healing word?
Yeah.
Healing word is just fucking broken.
Yep, apparently. Great.
Oh.
What's your spellcasting modifier? What's your
How
charisma?
plus is your charisma?
Plus
+3. Okay.
3?
Yep. So Chug takes that much healing. Flip.
Thank you. Up to 10.
Indeed.
I might try stabbing this guy again.
Go for
Not
it.
that it matters since I can't roll anything.
It's a natural
I'm
one.
not trying.
You badly missed Chug. You were trying to attack Chug still. Oops. But it's okay. Yeah, this guy, he's so angry at you, he's just been knocking aside all of your rapier stabs, unfortunately.
Mm.
Anything else?
No, sorry, I
Okay.
forgot there was a button.
All good. This guy is going to roll some stealth.
I hid behind that table before.
Where do you think he stole the idea from? You're up, Garfield.
All right. I suppose instead of any silly stuff about getting away from this dude, I will just stab him with my scimitar on the side of it by slashing him. Let's see. So I'm still targeting him. Okay, yeah, I know it's my turn. That animation needs to end after a short time. Alright, so I just do it.
It works.
Yay! I think that's about it.
Yeah, no sneak
I guess
attack.
I can. Yeah, I guess I can disengage again
Mm-hmm.
and like hoppity dive around the corner.
You can indeed.
In fact, I have even more. So why not? Wait, is this door locked?
You can
I
try
go
it.
through here? All right. Instead of going that last 5 feet, I will try. Cool.
Sure, you just shoulder
Whoops.
the door, and it does indeed open, so you can pop through there.
Nice. Nothing like
Oh
not
my
seeing
God.
anything that's going on.
If you click on a locked door, it makes a noise.
Yep.
That's
very
amazing.
neat.
It says nope. Hey, leave that open.
And I hear the noise.
Do
too.
I get to close the door behind me?
I'll say it was your free
No, I
object
don't.
interaction to open the door, so.
Yeah.
You could on
no,
your next
I
turn.
don't.
Alright. This guy just saw you
Thanks.
run away from him, and he's going to come around the corner here and not know where you went. So
Yay,
he's
yay.
instead going to come down and say, oh, actually that's a lot of movement. Probably you can only make it here. He's going to pull a javelin out from his back and toss that at you.
I'll put my token out here because I want to see what's going on.
That's cheating.
I am in fact inside the room.
Squid's looking pretty bad after that. The javelin just jabs into Squid's shoulder.
Hmm.
Completely out of nowhere as you were focused on the guy in front of you. Passy, you're up.
I'm gonna move up to this guy and start trying to like get between him and Chug and go, "Hey, you look real hurt. You should maybe stand this one out."
Passy, I'm kind of.
Make me a persuasion check.
Open my sheet.
He looks back and forth between you and Chug and kind of starts to back away a little bit.
You just take a step back. You don't gotta get more hurt and dead. It's okay.
I'll deliberately put my back to him.
We'll consider that your action.
I'm trying to push myself between them so that he can't even like worry about an opportunity attack
Okay.
to like
Sure.
shield him from Chug
Are you-
so he has more incentive to
I'll
back up.
ask this. Is there anything else you plan to do on your turn? Bonus actions, etc.
I'm going to healing word Squid.
Okay.
Let's see how fixed I made it.
It is his turn next. We'll say he does back away, and you can place yourself there. Just consider that his turn early.
I did not target Squid when I did that, but you get 9 HPs.
Nice.
Very good. Alright, that guy spent his turn. He's backing away. He's kind of like... He's holding out his weapon, rather, and another arm out to his side, just kind of ready for anything to attack him at the moment, but he looks like he's trying to stand down. This guy's still mad at Squid. Of course he is. Rolling really well, sorry. I believe Squid is down.
Mm-hmm.
Squid falls unconscious after those 2 attacks.
I was gonna get advantage on him.
The true tragedy.
This guy
Inconsiderate of you, Squid.
is curious, seeing several of his fellow Warforged start to retreat or stand down, but doesn't care. He's unharmed. He feels like he can take Chug on. Gets him for a little bit of a hit. It's pretty low damage compared to some of the other hits you've taken, Chug, but that does hurt you.
It do.
It is now your turn, Chug.
Enraged, I'm gonna thwack him. And how do I do a modified attack roll? Again, is that shift?
Which one are you trying to do?
I wanted to add the plus 1d8 to that, so I guess I'll just roll, is it the same, language as rolling a custom die in Roll20 / roll?
Yeah. An 18 does hit, anyways, though, if you can choose not to use it yet.
Would a 7 hit, though?
Oh, right, the 7. You're right.
I mean...
Not an advantage, you're right.
I mean, I suppose if I can choose, I won't add that. So, thwap. Then I'm gonna punch him. Or rather, I mean, I've been doing real good with kicking. I'm gonna kick him. And I will have added the 1d8 to that anyway. Well, yeah, I wouldn't have known. Anyway, punch, kick, etc. He'll take 4. I'll use my 1 last key point, and I'm gonna do 2 more kicks.
Okay.
Fucking jujitsu.
First one
No.
misses, second one does hit. He's starting to get used to your moves a little bit, blocking some things, but you're still getting some hits in on him.
Getting tired.
Death saving throw, please, Squid.
I have been trying to find that.
Just roll a
Squid getting
d20.
stomped on by robots.
Okay, this campaign's gonna end really soon.
Nah. I don't think they'll kill anybody.
I've also never manually rolled one die.
If you just type /r d20 with a space.
You're fine. Okay, that's 1 success.
Oh, that
Is
might
that
be
an
2
auto get up?
successes.
Is it a
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Or
You're right.
a
You
full
get up.
thing,
You
yeah.
get up with 1 hit point, and you get your full turn.
That,
That was
And
a
I
poor
get a full
decision.
turn?
You get your full turn. Happens at the start of your
Should
turn.
have stayed down.
holy shit.
Whoa, adding all of the conditions to Passy?
I found them.
Yes.
Some of these cancel each other out, and I don't know why or what.
So I can disengage and walk away and cast a spell, right?
Disengage is an action.
If the spell
Okay.
is a bonus action.
Right.
Where you can cast Shatter, including yourself, like a baller.
It is the best use of the 1 HP you have remaining.
Probably.
Health Gate.
It still didn't cast. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Strange.
I hit cast and laid the thing down, and it's not offering me to do anything else.
You're casting Shatter, I assume?
Uh-huh. And it took the spell slot and everything.
Yep.
I'm not sure what I did wrong.
I don't know, but when I do it, and I've done this, there we go. Yep, you get... They both fail. And they both take some damage. I've tried this on your accounts. I don't know why it's working weirdly.
Have you tried it on not a Tuesday?
It's a good point. It's a Wednesday now, though.
It's Saturday.
In-game, it's a Wednesday.
It's Saturday.
I thought Wednesday doesn't exist in this world.
That's true.
know what?
Tuesday
Fair
didn't
enough.
exist either.
I thought about naming my donkey Tuesday just for the heck of it. I decided against it.
Anything else, Squid?
No,
Okay.
I'll remember that button there eventually.
That guy's hiding. He's just going to stay hiding. Garfield, it's your turn.
Right. So I am actually out here. But I guess I can probably poke my head around the corner to see what's happening. I will poke my head out the corner and then... yeah, I'll hide. Or do I? Yeah, I will hide. So I'm like somewhere between these two spots.
Okay. Bonus action. So stealth, please.
Yes. Attributes, stealth. I got
Feel
it.
pretty
That one
stealthy.
works. All right, and then I will shoot at this guy because he's the most flanked with my advantage, which I will alt click.
Yeah.
Still does not roll with advantage.
So I think we just discovered through Chug that that's actually supposed to be shift, and alt forces a crit.
Oh. Well, this would be a crit anyway, right?
No.
With advantage.
No, that's
Oh,
just sneak
that's
attack.
not acting. Yeah. All right. So just completely re-rolling it.
Yeah, just re-roll it with... There we go. Okay, so that does hit. Shift is advantage.
Cool.
I'll remember that. And that knocks him down.
All right, and I still forgot sharpshooter. One of these freaking days.
Excellent.
All right, but that's my bonus action, and I will just duck back inside here.
Okay,
I can't get through this window. Dang it!
that one's locked.
I was really hoping to just like. All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right, this one, after just being shattered and seeing so many of his fellow Warforged pretty messed up. He's gonna retract his weapon back into his arm and just kind of like get down low to the ground, hold his arms out, and say, "Enough! It's settled. You have all won. He is down." And he starts to take out a healer's kit to work on the guy that is down. That's his turn. You guys can choose whether or not you adhere to that. Cassie, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use Channel Divinity and spread 25 HP between everyone in, what, 30 feet?
Pretty wide range.
Which incidentally will wake everybody up, which I'm sure won't cause any problems.
Does it go through walls?
No.
Okay,
Maybe?
so you're spreading it. Does it include yourself?
It can be, but
Oh, do you get to choose?
it's a pool of 25.
Right.
It says you can't use it on constructs. Does that count for Warforged?
That's why I asked earlier.
Warforged are creatures, yes. They're kind of a weird in between.
I think they
They have
didn't
souls.
used to be in 3.5.
Right. This is 5e though, where they simplify everything.
Yes.
Ease.
So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the most HP to my guys and just wake up and use the rest on everybody else. But I can only heal any specific person up to half of their max.
Okay.
So
So
I actually need to know how many numbers I can put into Chug.
and Chug has 38 max. Squid has 38 max.
Yeah, but what's his current?
My current is 6.
So
Is that you can restore up to half of the value
Up
equal
to
to the
ha-
maximum? Or I can't go higher than half of my maximum.
I can't heal
I
you
would assume the
beyond
first-
your half of your maximum,
Gotcha.
and it all drains from the same pool. So I'm gonna give you 5, and I'm gonna give Squid 10,
Thank you.
Thank you.
and then just slapdashedly wake up all the Warforged and heal them all a bit.
Okay, so we'll say
It's
they.
like 2s and 3s.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so they all wake up. Prone, of course. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. And this guy is still looking around, being passive. He takes no action.
I pat this guy on the shoulder. It's okay.
He looks up, he sees that you healed him, and he sees another of his members being healed. He takes no action. Down the list, everyone passes turn. We're to Chug.
Does the guy to my upper right look like he's backing off?
Yes.
All right.
He at least
Then-
he's still kind of watching you, and he's guarded, but he's not actively lashing out at you yet.
Okay, I kind of shift back, and I keep spinning my sling. I'm just going to take the dodge action. I'm going to mutter about how I am bursting with divinity and will outlive all the puny mortals in this room that will soon burn with the fires of my vengeance. But that's all I'm going to do.
Okay, Squid, do you take any hostile actions?
Do they look at all like they're still hostile toward me?
They look like they're on guard, but nobody has attacked anybody yet.
You guys look like you're having a slumber party from over here. You were all lying down.
Yeah, like everybody over here is pretty messed up, and either on the ground or near so.
It's okay. Fight's over.
In that case, I'm going to sit up, I guess, on the table and just watch. I'll prepare an attack in case
Okay.
they attack me.
Go to Garfield next then. Are you doing any hostile actions?
I still heard what's happening, right?
What's up?
I still heard what went on outside.
Yes,
Correct?
you would have heard the conversations that happened. You just haven't witnessed them.
All right. I will poke my head out and step outside. My path really doesn't collide with the wall, though. And I will stop aggressive action.
Okay. I think everyone has ceased aggressive action at this point, unless anyone disagrees.
No.
Okay, so we'll end
Okay.
combat there.
What's it called? A sharpshooter shot macro. But
Hmm.
this quick roll by ID thing is dumb.
I have some ideas for figuring that stuff out later, but I'll have to work on that.
I'm gonna help stand up this guy who it still says is dead, but that's fine.
Yep. It's an orange dead, though, not a red dead, so he's fine.
Looks red to me.
And during all this time, Stefan still hasn't come in.
Correct.
I mean, that was only like 30 seconds.
Yes, exactly 30 seconds, actually, according to the clock.
The chug has stretched across decades into eternity.
Good fight, everybody.
Everybody's still pretty tense, looking around at each other and kind of unsure, but this guy finally comes
I'm
out
gonna
of
look over to the
fighting.
guy I'm helping up and go, I think you guys lost.
I think you're right about that, yes.
It's okay. And I'm gonna like sit him down on a stool.
He starts to refuse to and starts to walk towards the door. This guy who was
Okay.
insulting Squid earlier and was terribly offended by everything that happened looks at Squid and says, I don't forgive you, but I don't think I can take you in a fight based on all that, so I'm just gonna head out. Mm-hmm. And one by one, they filter out the door. Unless anyone disagrees with that.
Now they know, man.
Alright, bye.
Gary pokes his head out
That
the
would've
door.
been a lot easier.
Anything, y'all?
Is it over?
I think
Oh,
so.
yes.
It's okay, nobody died.
Did you mess up my bar? He kind of looks around. Oh, looks fine. And then as he kind of moves out here, he sees the area over here that got shattered, where tables and chairs just repeatedly got torn to shreds. He says, I really should make you pay for that. Convince me that I
Does
shouldn't.
he know it was-
Well, the music changed, huh? No. Get that. There we go.
The music's gone.
Oh, are we having another fight?
They did start it.
It's the big guys. They did this.
Well, that's not entirely true, but they did cause it.
Yes.
Roll me a persuasion check. Well, I'll remember that. If they come back here again, I'll have them pay for it. Fair enough.
That's a good idea.
He returns back behind the bar and just begins kind of muttering. He starts to wash some dishes.
Set the chairs upright as best I can.
Some of them are,
Very
most of them are like torn in half, missing legs. Some of them you can hardly recognize as chairs anymore. This table is cut, is entirely half of it is missing and just kind of on its side.
Just toss the bits into the fire.
I think we all learned a valuable lesson about undue hostility.
The reason you wouldn't just,
That sounds like
you
a
know,
spell.
let them die.
I could have let you die.
Gary chips in. I'd prefer if there was no murder in my bar, just so we're clear for the future. Fights are one thing, but I appreciate you not actually killing anybody.
Squid called them a dumbass for no reason, and then everything went to hell.
Squid laid on the floor, tripped somebody, and then called them a dumbass.
Guys, we could have
Let it,
we could have killed guards this session, stolen a boat, but instead we argued in a bar and then killed some people.
Almost.
Hey, they lived.
They were robots.
If I can heal them, they're human enough. The game does not define them as constructs. We're good.
Correct.
Technically not untrue.
I think they have both tags or something, however that works in 5e.
Okay, who knows? I know they're resistant to
Okay.
poison.
There we go. It really loves
So are
just pick
dwarves.
random.
Are you saying
components.
dwarves aren't people?
Yeah.
They're not.
I like how you responded in character.
Did you say that to Derek?
Yes.
No.
Even if the question wasn't asked in character, he was thinking it. And so he answered out loud.
Why was he thinking about how much he hates dwarves?
He just had a little bit
Not
of.
about how much he hates them, just about how they're not people. It's different.
It's absolutely true. He has nothing against them.
Sitting
They're
there by the
just
fire
not
and
people.
saying, dwarves aren't people.
He's sustaining a little bit of brain damage from being bludgeoned almost in unconsciousness and then very unnaturally raised back into some manner of orderly thought process. He really should be taking a nap right now and probably seeing a doctor.
So according to D&D, Warforged are just humanoids.
There you
Because
go.
everything is a creature.
That makes sense.
And that doesn't matter. But they're a humanoid and not a construct.
There you go.
Magic.
Nice.
And in 40k, entire living fleets are technically named characters.
40k is
Okay.
special.
We should sit and drink for an hour or so and then go find Stefan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's roleplay the entire hour.
Okay.
I sit there quietly.
Gary does not cover any of your drinks. But for an hour, anyone who would like a drink may buy one.
I'm gonna buy 1 silver's worth of drinks over the course of the hour. I don't care what I
So,
get.
okay. Fair enough.
That'd be 2.5 drinks.
You get, 2.5 drinks.
Turns out I only have leather. I need to stud it.
Mm-hmm.
I will also get what's it called? I will get 2 drinks. Was that 8 copper?
That's right.
Also,
good
God,
math.
Also,
I keep forgetting about my luck stone. I have +1 to everything.
it should be applied now. Yeah. think I fixed that.
Is it? Hang on.
Active effects. You have a Luckstone effect enabled.
Should be +8 on medicine, which is proficiency of 3, plus wisdom of 4. So yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's working.
All right,
Okay.
great.
I got that one done. Nice.
Do you have any of the bard things where you can increase short rest effectiveness? Song of Rest? What level is that?
Whatever it is, I don't have it.
This is all set
do
in
you
character.
do you not have it, or do you just refuse to use it?
Song of
oh,
Rest is
wait.
level 2. If you play music while people are doing a short rest, they get an extra D6.
Indeed. Specific. No.
Sorry.
delete.
He plays a lot of music.
They have
I bought a
to
couple of
take.
drinks.
They have to
recently
spend
bad.
hit dice during that short rest. Just as a note. But
Yeah.
yes.
It's additional if you hit die.
Indeed. So anyone who
It
wants to spend
doesn't
some hit
cost
dice
me
may.
anything to do.
It just means you gotta
No.
play music during it, so that is at the expense of you doing other things.
I'm still dying at how quickly Jester called herself a healer yesterday.
It's a good gag.
Immediately.
And if anyone still has under half their HP, I get that shit back every short rest. Which means if we have infinite rest time, I can technically force everybody to be at least half.
I'm sure.
Ah, yes, infinite
Only
short
works on
rests, just
willing
as
parties.
the good D&D intended.
Just as.
So what was that about rope trick?
So Chug has spent hit dice. Is anyone else spending some hit dice?
I am, I'm just trying to
yeah,
figure out how.
I'm trying to figure out how.
There you go.
That's one.
Nice.
You should be able to just click S rest, right?
Yeah, but I was trying to figure out how to add the D6 to it.
Just roll a d6 and add it to yourself.
Did you figure out how to roll dice yet?
Nope.
Listen.
I
Features.
can do it.
I think if you click short rest,
Ways.
it might do it. All right.
I'm just not sure how to do more than one hit die at once.
Oh, there we
Just
go.
click short rest multiple times. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So I'll do a D10. Normal. Oh, that did a self roll, didn't it? I rolled 9.
That's fine. It should
Public
apply.
roll.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, it does. Cool.
Yep.
I'll do another one. Normal roll. Wait, was that another 9? Jeez, okay. Well, I'm back up to max. We're good.
Very good.
I don't remember how many hit points I had, so I assume it applied.
It looks like it
correctly.
applied. Yeah.
No,
If you
it
press
didn't-
C, you'll pull up your character sheet and you can see.
It just didn't apply to D6.
Right. I'll do that for you.
I can do it.
Okay. Let's not double up then.
Just everyone start adding hit points.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Imagine
can
if you could
double up.
just stack temp HP with hit dice.
Of course, you took lucky. Forgot about that. Okay. Anything else during the short rest?
I'm gonna ask, are we gonna fight more?
Most likely.
But like now?
Seems not unlikely. It's only 10 a.m. or so.
In the next 8 hours.
It's like 8.
It's not even noon yet. Have you guys eaten yet today? You might want to do that
No,
at some
but I've
point.
drank a lot.
Drank.
Does that not come with the room?
I
What
had
kind of
breakfast at my
establishment
room.
is he running here?
I'd
An
see
establishment
me
in
at
the crimiest part of town.
Hey, no,
It's
you
not
said we
coming
had
for
breakfast.
I said some people had breakfast. I think I asked if anyone wanted to have breakfast, and I didn't hear a response. But you could if you want to. Yes.
I'm
I
hungry.
definitely had breakfast.
There you go.
I will
then.
have you know that I dined on old toast and bullfrog caviar.
Okay, so anyone who wants breakfast is just 2 copper pieces.
How much?
2 copper pieces for breakfast.
It's a little steep.
It's a little bit of bread, a little bit of
Think
cheese,
it's
a little bit of meat. Just a small sandwich, but it's filling.
Right?
Is there a
All
bathroom?
right.
He has to take like 20 minutes explaining how making change works.
Yes, that's part of the short rest. Since
want a
Passy
character
didn't
who,
really
like-
need a healing,
Go ahead.
just talking with Gary about how money works.
It's very educational.
All right. So, are we done dithering around here?
Yes.
Do you think the robot guys are our friends now?
I would
I
be hard pressed to
say
think that.
not. Do you want them to be?
Yes.
You can go find them and talk to them.
Ship's kind of flown on that one, Passy.
I don't know. They seemed like they wanted to fight, and then you did a fight, and then you did really good. Maybe that'll make them like you. What if we need more people for the space boat?
Oh, that's likely. They seemed like they weren't in a great mood. I really don't feel they respected me. I think they just wanted to have a drink and had a bit of a chip on their very robotic shoulders.
I'd be sad too if I got beat up really bad.
That's fair.
Maybe they just needed time to cool off.
But they seemed sad when they came in. Maybe they had just gotten beat up at some other bar.
Yeah, what if we find them and buy them drinks? Then they'll be our friends.
Can they even drink?
Why did they come in here if they can't drink?
Pick a fight?
Well, then they should be happy they got one.
If I may, as far as I know, it doesn't have any effect on them, but it's still a social thing for them, you know.
Poor bastards.
They like to gather and just take part in it too, just enjoy each other's company and to feel like they belong a little bit more.
Do you know where those guys live?
No idea. Never seen them in particular before, although, if I'm being honest, I have a little bit of a hard time telling them apart. Hate to say it.
Rufus.
Says the guy who just shot one because he looked like a robot right in the beginning.
That was more than one.
So
Yeah, but at least the rest were attacking at that point.
I've seen a few come.
One of
Yeah, they were.
the assholes you shot his friend.
They stepped to us.
One of them stepped to him. The rest of them just stood there like, hey, what's going on? That's why you got a surprise round.
Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't even know shit was going down. You just started dropping them.
Listen, hesitation causes death.
They hesitated. Well, let's go meet Stevie.
Stevie?
You mean Stefan? Oh yeah, because
Uh,
that's yeah. Yep.
Stevie
By the
Nicks.
time we're done with him, he'll be responding to Stevie.
Weren't you gonna be his sponsor?
I am part of becoming a not alcoholic is choosing a new name and identity for yourself or having one chosen for you. It's all about breaking down the mind and rebuilding it from the ground up.
That's not true at
Yeah,
all.
it's gotten way more intense than I thought.
I have a
Passing
plus
on
8
the
to
alcohol
medicine.
recovery.
I know how AA works.
I've been tortured and brainwashed. I know how those work and little else.
The first step to getting better is burning off your fingertips with acid.
Yes, indeed. And
The
also,
group opens a clinic.
Please. All right.
so are we setting off to find us a Stefan?
I think so, yes. Oh, my brain.
All right, here we are. So, you guys go along the familiar trek. Takes you a little bit of time, but not long. You find the House the Rendar housing.
Passy, you and Garfield got us in last time. Maybe the two of you should take the lead on this.
Okay. I knock on the door.
Slide opens quickly. You see a couple eyes peer through. Yes, hello. Can I help you?
Is it the same guy from last time?
It is not.
We're here to see Stevie.
Stevie. Not aware of a Stevie.
He has a tattoo.
His name is Stefan.
It's
Stefan. Yes, early in my shift, he left. I haven't heard from him
Where?
since. I don't ask where he goes. But it was, I started my shift about 4 a.m., 3 a.m. a while ago. Almost the end of my shift now.
Is he lying?
Insight check.
I have a passive insight of 18.
Kind of hard to read at the moment.
Okay, bye.
Should we not go up there and look?
Are you friends of Stefan's?
Yes, we are.
Probably be good if you
I-
could track him down. He left at such a strange time. I'm a little bit worried about him.
How?
I don't know. You're friends of his, right? You'd know where he would go.
Do you know where your mother is right now?
My mother's dead, thank you.
So where is she?
Oh God.
I don't.
Okay.
Can we go look in his room?
I don't think we need to do that. Unless it
Maybe
gives us
he
a
left
hint.
a note.
They rolled an insight check on you and got a natural one. Well, personal offense aside, if you are friends of Stefan's and it would help you track him down, I don't see why not. You hear some chains rattling behind the door, and the door creaks open a little bit.
You're nice.
Behind the
The
door,
other guy robbed us.
as the door opens, you see a half-elf sit behind a desk and just not even look at you and return to papers. Especially refusing to look at Garfield.
Oh, the same guy from yesterday?
Different person than yesterday.
Oh. Why is he refusing to look at me?
Because your name isn't Jarfield.
Because you just asked him about his dead mother?
Exactly, yes.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna go
You tried
toss
to-
his room.
You tried to give him a gotcha, and it was about his dead mother. It's unfortunate.
It came off about as well as it possibly could have.
Alright. So, do you guys go where you mentioned you would go, or are you gonna sneak off somewhere else?
We're gonna break into his room and take all of his stuff.
Okay. So you go up the several.
Why are
I'm
we
sure
taking all
Garfield
this
could do it in like 5 seconds.
So you go up the several flights of stairs you were led up before, and down the hall, past the many doors, to see Stefan's room. But the door is open. or at least half open. Doesn't look like it was closed properly, and perhaps creaked a bit more open throughout the day. There's no light inside.
By all the boats in the sky, are we going to have to do this again?
I mean, I can.
All right. I've got the left knee this time. We should give the right knee additional time to heal.
I thought he wasn't here.
That's surprisingly nice of you.
Well, if I wanted people to think I wasn't here and I was stupid, I would also tell my doorman that I wasn't here. I would also not even close the door, so it looked like I was even more stupid than I am. Although that becomes clever enough to not be as stupid as that. So
Somebody emerges from one of the somebody.
So he left his room, went downstairs, told the doorman he's not here, went back upstairs.
Somebody emerges from one of the rooms nearby and tries to get through the hall and sees all you guys just standing outside the open door and just kind of looks confused and walks past.
Do you know where Stevie went?
You talking about Stefan?
I just point at the door wordlessly.
His name is Stefan.
why does it matter that we are close enough to him to have a nickname for him? People seem to take offense at that, and it confuses me. Hello. My name is Sir Chug. I extend my hand.
Your hand is not taken.
And whom do I have? What's that?
Your hand is not taken.
My smile grows slightly more pained as my hand slowly lowers.
The person is kind of like slowly shuffling away from you, just step by step as we're talking.
I'm gonna keep shuffling closer. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Did you guys do something to Stefan?
No!
If we
That's
did,
what we're
we'd
worried
know where
about.
he is.
If we did something to him, we wouldn't be standing in the middle of the room asking where. Yes, what Passy said.
That's exactly what somebody who did
Sir
something would say to
Passy.
try and cover their tracks.
We probably wouldn't be here.
We'd be making tracks.
Well-
You know, accusing a person of doing a thing seems like a good way of covering the tracks of a person who did a thing.
My
Do
brain
you
hurts.
know where Stefan is?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
By saying your brain hurts?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll grant advantage on that.
Think. You're making my brain
no,
hurt.
I don't, honestly, I don't know where Stefan is. Why would I assume you did something to him if I knew where he was?
I could ask the same of you.
My brain hurts again.
Mine
I'm
too.
gonna take out a piece of paper and a pen. Person whose gender has not been described to me. Where were you?
It is a
Last
male
night.
half-elf. I was
Male
here.
half-elf.
Who are you
Self.
people?
We're his friends.
Shh.
People very concerned for his well-being.
And I'm his father, yes.
Oh. Oh. Well,
Just
that's-
they
That
face
explains
palm.
a lot.
Just-
You have the same. Yeah, you have the same jaw, the same ears, I suppose.
Are you with the
Very-
wardens?
Very handsome ears.
Well,
Excuse me?
Are you with the wardens?
I mean, yes. Out of uniform at the moment. There was a bit of a mishap yesterday. We didn't want to.
Can I see your
We
badge?
didn't want to stir up any. I'm gonna pull out the warden's badge that it is not a real warden's badge, but is the closest I can make to a warden's badge.
it was part of his costume.
Okay. Make me a deception check.
You just missed a great opportunity for a movie reference.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie, so I don't get to make it.
Oh, very well. I'm sorry. No,
And
I
in
do not
fact,
know
we
where.
were-
I am telling you the truth. I do not know where Stefan is. I am sorry for
Do you
assuming.
care?
Well, to be honest,
Because he
about
disappeared at like 4 a.m.
It's very concerning. He was supposed to speak to us
Do you-
of a matter of some delicacy that, frankly, we cannot share even with immediate family
Well,
members.
answering questions one at a time. Yes, I do care. I wouldn't have asked you if you had done anything to him if I didn't. I'm not so much a friend of his, but I am worried about him. I'm sure you know that, well, I mean, just stick your head in his room and take a sniff. He's not in the best condition ever. He tends to drink quite a bit of wine.
We're his AA support group.
I thought you were with the wardens.
He's a warden.
I thought you were his father.
Strange that you're working together, but okay.
So it is a delicate situation. Your son is assisting us with a matter, as I said, of some delicacy, and unfortunately, it is of great import that his faculties be about him. We are taking every precaution to ensure he does not harm himself with self-destructive behaviors while he
I
is
do
assisting
magic
us.
that undrunks him.
That also.
That is helpful. I'm telling you the truth, though. I do not know where he went. I woke up this morning and his door was open like that.
Yes. So if we come back later today, would you be available to speak with us again at greater detail?
No, I've got to go to work.
And
That's why I'm leaving right
time
now.
What time will you be back, sir?
Where do you work?
I work at the port.
Hey, I've been there.
As has most of town, yes. I imagine you got here by port, so...
No.
Unless you were born here. But it would be very
No.
strange to be born here and not visit port.
Indeed. So, we may wish to ask you more questions later. I do believe you, of course, when you say you are his father. Otherwise, you
I just go in
wouldn't
the
be living
room.
here. Yes, of
I'll-
course, Passy goes in there. So we may wish to
Can
come
I-
back later. Can you give us something that will make it a little less intensely tedious to get through the front door every time we need to come on the warden's business?
Well, you're wardens, aren't you?
I'm
Won't they just
sure
let you
that-
in? And I'll go to the warden's office and I'll explain the situation there and I'll answer questions there. You'll be there, won't you?
Oh, I likely won't, but thank you for taking the time.
Oh, perhaps I can get a message to you there. What's your name?
You're going to want to give it to the cardinal. That is the name that I am operating under for this operation.
The Cardinal. I'll
I'm afraid-
remember that.
The cardinal, yes.
Thank you.
They'll know who you're talking about.
Very good. Well, good luck. I'm already late for work.
Have a good day at work, sir.
You should buy a skyboat. I hear they're fast.
He kind of pauses and looks over his shoulder when you say that, but continues on anyways.
Garfield,
Just don't say things like that.
It's not
Yeah, I've had-
incriminating at all.
do you?
Okay, so I believe Squid entered the room, right? Or was it Passy? Somebody did.
Fucking
Passy
everybody
did, I
did.
think.
Everybody's entered the room at this point. Okay, sure. Everybody's in the room.
Okay.
The wine is cleaned up at this point. The bottles have been dealt with, put away, or thrown away. Something. They're gone. But you do notice that pretty much all of the drawers have been opened and emptied. So just kind of like half a jar. Everything seems hastily packed up. Just, it's
That
immediately
boy
obvious.
does not value his joints.
Can't go
Does
with
anybody
Matt's
have a
dad.
bloodhound? I feel like we need bloodhounds.
No, I've got blood.
And I'm afraid that no matter how much I try to train him, my donkey does not track very well.
That's a pretty bad oversight.
It is.
I'm gonna look for a letter that clearly explains everything that's going on.
Investigation check.
I'm gonna start writing that letter
As
while he's working.
you start to, you start to look
Why
through
don't-
drawers and things. You actually find that while the obvious drawers have been pulled out and emptied, there's, actually some of them lower down in some of the places. There's actually still quite a bit of like clothing and stuff here. Seems like something was taken out of these drawers, but perhaps it wasn't actually packing to depart as you first assumed.
Well, he didn't take his booze with him.
I think I have all his booze.
You took all of it?
You did
It
search
was
his...
only half a bottle.
Yeah, you searched his room for booze last time. That was correct.
Did he get robbed or kidnapped or did he run away?
Are you asking us?
Uh-huh.
Click on the say button.
Hmm. This seems like crime stuff.
You think
You
he
know
was
crime
kidnapped?
stuff.
I usually do the crime stuff. I usually clean up very well afterward. I'm not very good at figuring out what happened before the cleanup.
It sort of seems like he's only going to come back here if he comes back anywhere.
Do you want to sit here and wait for him?
I think that might be the plan. We're offering him fair wages, although I do think you worked him down some, which might have been a poor idea.
Doesn't look like he's coming back.
That might be fair. So do we find a replacement, or I was going to say hunt him, but
Why
find him?
wasn't his door shut? Is it broken?
I don't think he cares.
Why? If it's broken, he wouldn't have broke it.
Does the door shut?
If you close the door, it does seem to latch.
Door's fine. It doesn't look like it was kicked in or otherwise broken into.
Investigation check. As far as you can tell, it looks pretty normal. There's kind of some stains of wine at the bottom of it, but it looks like it was at least attempted to be cleaned up. Kind of looks like it was opened over a puddle of wine.
It was. We saw it when it happened.
It's just a small flow.
I mean, he didn't seem like the type to clean his own room. Do they have maids?
Are you asking us?
Yes.
We should go ask the guy in the lobby.
Okay. I just leave.
Alright, you head downstairs.
Who cleaned his room?
I'm sorry?
Who cleaned his room?
I imagine he did. Why? You've been here before? Well, I guess you must have your friends, right?
Yeah, it was all wine and bottles, and he doesn't clean.
Yeah, that sounds like Stefan.
Well, it's all clean now.
Well, I imagine he cleaned it then.
You think he cleaned it
Well, I don't know.
before he left weirdly at 4 in the morning?
I suppose it's possible. Is he preparing for something, perhaps? Do you know anything?
We were supposed to leave on a journey, but Chuck did something rude to him yesterday. And I think he might have been offended.
Well, par for the course for this group, it seems.
I will take that as a statement of fact and nothing more.
Don't be a butt.
Well, anyways, I imagine if Stefan did clean his room, he's probably planning to leave for somewhere. So if you're going on a journey, that tracks. I don't know why he would have left at 4 a.m. for that, though. If I know Stefan, that's a pretty high insight check. Sure. I know Stefan. I imagine he probably would want to go out boozing one more time before leaving town.
Any particular idea of where he would go?
I mean, there's almost as many bars as people in this town, we say, so, take your pick.
Which one's the cheapest?
Probably the
Bloody
Devilish
Raven.
Raven, yes.
No, we tried that already.
Not sure then.
There's no other place that you know of that he frequents.
I believe that's his favorite place.
He'd go if he was trying not to be seen.
I think he has some kind of friendship with the owner there. He probably gets a deal.
Well, I suppose we can go around and just look for more bars where he might be.
You suppose he's just laying passed out in a ditch somewhere.
With Stefan, that's a possibility, yes.
Are the bars just open all night?
Wouldn't you know that? You're friends with him.
Yeah, but
Recent friends.
not every place that he's ever been, though.
No, but you'd know that he turns up in random places, just passed out.
Yeah, but we're trying to find a specific place where he is right now. That's why it's a problem.
Well, I'd comb the alleys if I were you then, if he's not at the Devilish Raven and he's not in his room.
Are the bars open at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
This is Throneport, of course they are.
Correct.
Well, I suppose we could comb this entire section of town.
I'd really appreciate it if you do. I'd prefer he be returned safely. I don't know Stefan very well, but just as a member of this house, I'd prefer that he is well taken care of.
If I take a nap, I can yell in his brain.
You can what?
It's magic.
That's as much sense as she always makes. Just go with
Okay,
it.
yep. Well, that tracks for Stefan's friends.
Right, are we going to take care of that then?
Well, I suppose we can go upstairs and she can have her nap.
Where are you going to
I'm not tired.
You just suggested it.
I'm not sleepy yet. Can't sleep.
I could hit you until you went to sleep.
No.
Oh,
I don't
do you
want
have any
that.
more business here?
No, we're done here.
I'm gonna saunter
Very well.
toward the door. I'm gonna take one of the complimentary mints by the door that's probably not actually a mint.
You all watch Chug walk next to the door, reach his hand into something imaginary, and then leave the door.
Still sleeping off a little bit of brain damage while still being awake.
We go ask the bartender if there's any place else he'd go.
Well, we will pick up there next time, I think, on That Here Tonight.
Yay!
As I
Or
know,
we can just
Eric
get Cassie
will
drunk
probably
and
appreciate
want to
time
sleep.
to prepare for the next thing.
Sure would. Although, again, I know it won't matter.
Such is D&D.
Indeed. We made so much progress this session, guys.
We did.
Hey, I saved 7 people.
And I almost murdered
You
at
didn't
least
have
half a
to.
person.
I killed several people, and you just ruined that for me.
It still
Alright.
counts.